Hey, what's happening, guys? It's Dave here, and today we got a bunch of dirty blues rock licks, so let's not waste any time. We're gonna jump right in. This first lick is sort of Hendrix inspired and based out of position 1. We're gonna bar the first 3 strings at the 12th fret with our index finger. Then we're gonna hammer our ring finger onto the 14th fret of the 3rd string. Now, in order to do this right, you really have to get underneath it and get a good arch on that ring finger so it doesn't obstruct those first 2 strings, because those are gonna rings. And we're gonna do that 4 times, starting on the and of 1. It sounds like this. 1, and 2. One more time, 1. And after that, you're just gonna simply play the 3rd string, 12th fret with that index finger. It's kind of ready to go. Let's try that again. 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and... Now here comes the Hendrix inspired part. We're gonna grab that 15th fret with our ring finger, middle finger right behind it on the 14th fret, and we're gonna bend it up slightly. And as we do it, we have to catch the 15th fret of the 3rd string under our finger. And what that does is, as you're pushed up, you're kind of pushing the 3rd string as well, so that's slightly bent, and that'll come down. So you're kind of bending up on the 2nd string, and then, which inadvertently gives you a kind of a pre-bend on the 3rd string. As you bring it down, play that 12th fret with your index finger and resolve it to the 14th fret on that 4th string. So again, it's gonna sound like this. And it's difficult. This one's difficult. I've struggled with this for years, really getting that. If your guitar's not set up right, like this feels different on my Strat. It's a little easier on my Strat, to be honest. And you know, to get it perfect is great, but even if it's messy, it's kind of nice. It's dirty, right? That's what we're going for. So it's not the end of the world if that's the case. All right, so the whole thing sounds like this. 1. This second lick is sort of Freddie King, Jimmy Page inspired. We're gonna start at the 12th fret of the 2nd string. And since we're putting our ring finger on it, it's kind of implying we're in position 5 a little bit. So we're gonna take this note, we're gonna play it once normal, and then we have to bend it a minor third. So normally you're usually bending like a whole step maybe, but this is 3 frets away, so we have to reach that 15th fret pitch. This is a stretch, no pun intended, and it will pretty much guarantee to knock your guitar out of tune, but we're gonna go for it anyway. You're gonna play normal once. Make sure all 3 fingers are down behind it because you're really gonna need this power thumb up on top. So I'm playing it once normal, bending up, playing it again normal. So I'm muting it before I come down. I'm not going. That's a thing too, you know, you can get crazy with that kind of almost Zach Wild vibrato like stuff. But what really makes this lick effective is kind of cutting it short before you bring it down. So again, we got the normal note, bending up, muting, normal note, bending up, muting, normal note. So it's 3 times in a row, and the last time we give it a lot of good vibrato. And then as we come down, we're gonna come down, it's gonna reach its original pitch, we're gonna pull off a whole step back to that 10th fret, slide back to the 8th fret, and then put our middle finger on that 9th fret of the 3rd string. So let's just start right at that 12th fret. So you're gonna play that note, you don't pick it here, but we're gonna do it for argument's sake right now. We're gonna play that note, pull off, slide, and play that 9th fret at the 3rd string. Let's do that again. So all together it'll sound like this. Now that lick sounds great there, but if we take it up an octave, that's where it really becomes effective. I like to put it on the second string because the string's a little slinkier. It's easier to bend for beginners. But if we put it up at the 19th fret on the first string, we play that note and then do the bend. And so that slide, pull slide thing would be 19, pull to 17, slide back a whole step, and then ring finger on that 17th fret of that second string. This third lick is back in the first position. We're gonna start with the 14th fret on the fourth string. Then we're gonna play a double stop. We're gonna play the second and third string at the same time on the 12th fret with our index finger. Then we're gonna put our ring finger down on the 14th fret. And then we're gonna play that and we're gonna bend it up slightly. So you're just pushing up. I got all three fingers down, I'm just pushing it up. So I got. What I like about this bend, this is sort of very reminiscent of that Tom Petty, what's the last dance with Mary Jane there. It's great because this note is going up a half step, whereas this is going up a whole step. It can do that. That's why I really love this bend. But actually, if you just give it a little bit of a push, it gives it some nice grip. So the whole lick is gonna go push up, play normal, back to 12, and then resolving on that root at the 14th of the fourth string again. 12, 14, push up, normal, normal. So you can give some vibrato on that last 12th double stop. Just make sure your first finger is kind of on the side of that neck right there, and you're just kind of giving it a twist. This fourth lick is kind of Gary Clark Jr., Hendrix inspired, kind of Hear My Train A-Comin', Catfish Blues kind of a thing. We're gonna start with our index finger on that second fret of the second string and our middle finger on the third fret of the third string. We're gonna play those both together and immediately slide them up one fret to the third and fourth fret. Once we're there, we're gonna strike it two more times. So it'll sound like this. Again. Now we're already holding the fourth fret with our middle finger. We're just gonna strike that one string so you can kind of abandon that index finger and immediately slide that into the second fret as you slide back. So you got 1. Once you've got that slide, we're gonna hop to the open string. I'll play that with an up strum and then back down on that second fret. So that's gonna be quick. It's gonna sound like 1. Okay, again. From here, we're gonna strike it again. I like to get my index finger behind it. We're gonna bend it up, return it, pull it off, play the fourth string second fret. All right, one more time, bend up, bring it back down, pull it off, so you're only striking that once. Second fret on the fourth string, and then we're gonna play the open sixth string to finish it. All together, it sounds like this, 1. Our fifth lick is going to start at the 12th fret, again in position 1. We're going to start with our first finger on that second string. We're going to play just that one note, roll it over for the 12th fret on the first string, back to the 12th fret on the second string. We're going to grab that 15th fret with our ring finger, with our middle finger right behind it, because we're going to give it a little bit of a bend. And then we're going to play the 12th fret. So you're kind of creating this illusion that that note's sweeping into that 12th fret on the first string, and then I'm giving a decent amount of vibrato, just pushing it kind of straight up and down, Clapton sound. So that first half again is going to go 12, 12, 12, 15 with a bend, and 12 with the vibrato. From here, we got another minor third bend. We're gonna go up to that 15th fret with our ring finger. I got all 3 fingers down. I tend to keep my first finger back 1 fret to kind of anchor that 12th fret thing, but my middle finger's on 14, ring finger's on 15. We're gonna bend it up a minor third once. So the first note we gotta hit is that 18th fret, and then the 17th fret. So we're gonna bend it twice in a row. First time is a minor third. Mute it because that's the secret sauce right there. And then you're gonna bend it up a whole set. And just give that 12th fret what? What's the word? What? Vibrato? I believe so. One more time. And all together. Our last lick of the day is going to start at the 10th fret on the second string with our ring finger. We're going to play that note, then take that off and go to the 8th fret with our index. Then we're going to put all 3 fingers back down because we got to give this note a whole step bend at the 10th fret. But we're going to hold it and then get that pinky ready. So as you do this bend, you kind of have to get that pinky ready, almost like this is a chord that you have to make, 3 fingers on one string and the pinky on that first string. So you got... So as you bend it, you're gonna hold it, and then you're gonna kind of mute it, bring it back down and bend it up again, but keep that first string ringing if you can. So it sounds like this. And all together it goes. After that, we're hopping up to the 12th fret with our first finger, and then we're stretching up to that 15th fret with our ring. We're gonna play 15, 12, and then we're gonna put that ring finger back down 3 in a row, same exact kind of physical layout. We're gonna play that whole step. So we got 2 of those. It's gonna sound like this together. And what's great about this lick is, right now it sounds bluesy, but it's kind of country too. The Slash uses this in Sweet Child of Mine. Same key and everything. It's got a great feel to it, but it's honestly, it's like a country bend, but with so much grit. It's got some really cool harmonics that kind of pop out, and it's fun to kind of milk it. You can kind of bend it up, and I'm grabbing it with my index finger and middle finger under the strings to really give it that pop sound. Right, and so it's got a great thing. It's hard to tab that out, kind of a thing, but play around with it because you can really kind of get some good sauce going on there. All right, guys, that'll do it for us today. Hopefully you dug those licks. Let us know in the comments if you did, or if you didn't. I don't care. Just let us know. I want to do better. I'm here for you. Hopefully we see you next time, and until then, cheers.